The million-dollar graveyard of AI ambition. Why your job is safe, for now. A commentary on the SWE-Lancer benchmark. Let's start with a comforting thought. The machines aren't coming for your keyboard. Not yet. Not really. In a world where tech executives breathlessly promise that generative AI will soon render human coders obsolete, relegating us all to prompt jockey side hustles and LinkedIn posts about upskilling, the SWE-Lancer benchmark arrives like a bucket of ice water thrown on the hype train. Here's the reality, served with a side of schadenfreude. After analyzing $1 million USD worth of real freelance software engineering tasks, the best AI models can't even secure a passing grade at Upwork University. Claude 3.5 Sonnet, the valedictorian of this particular clown car, manages to bungle 74% of coding tasks and fumbles managerial decisions like a middle executive hopped up on melatonin gummies. But let's dig into the carcass. The great AI freelancer Grift. The paper's authors, in their infinite generosity, have gifted us a benchmark soaked in the acrid stench of real-world software engineering. Forget sanitized LeetCode puzzles or GitHub pull requests from open-source maintainers who think writing documentation is a capitalist plot. SWE-Lancer throws models into the trenches, bug fixes for SaaS platforms used by millions, feature implementations that require actual coordination between front-end and back-end systems, and managerial tasks where picking the wrong proposal could cost a startup its Series A funding. It's like watching a self-driving car attempt to parallel park in Manhattan during rush hour, chaotic, expensive, and deeply amusing for bystanders. Consider the stakes. One task involves fixing a $1,000 permissions bug that caused internal dashboards to leak data to interns. Another demands adding cross-platform video playback support, a $16,000 feature requiring iOS, Android, web, and desktop implementations. These aren't hypotheticals. They're bloodstains from the battlefields of commercial software development. And the models? They're bringing squirt guns to a thermonuclear war. Claude 3.5 Sonnet, supposedly the apex of current AI prowess, earns just $208,050 of the $500,800 up for grabs in the public dataset. At this rate, an AI freelancer would need 5 times the compute budget of a small country to out-earn a middling React developer in Omaha. End-to-end tests, where AI dreams go to die. The paper's crowning irony lies in its evaluation methodology. Instead of relying on unit tests, those cozy little fiefdoms where a model can brute force its way to a passing grade by memorizing function signatures, SWE-Lancer uses end-to-end E2E tests. These are the SATs of software engineering, multi-hour ordeals that simulate actual user behavior, like logging into an app, uploading files, and triggering cascading failures in downstream APIs. One test replicates a $1,000 avatar mismatch bug by scripting a full user workflow across 2 accounts. It's the equivalent of asking a self-proclaimed full-stack developer to explain how DNS works after they've spent 3 hours debugging a CORS error. The result? Models crumble faster than a Jira ticket under scope creep. Why? Because real engineering isn't about writing clever one-liners or regurgitating Stack Overflow answers. It's about understanding that the profile picture rendering bug isn't just a CSS issue. It's a symptom of race conditions in the user session manager, compounded by lazy loading in the React frontend, all while the product manager screams about KPIs. Current models, for all their pretensions, lack the contextual glue to navigate this madness. They're the overconfident interns who rewrite an entire API client to fix a typo in an error message. Management material. AI's midlife crisis. If the coding results are bleak, the managerial metrics are outright farcical. SWE-Lancer's management tasks require models to evaluate competing proposals for solving engineering problems, a skill that, in humans, usually demands years of scar tissue and at least one nervous breakdown. The best model achieves 44.9% accuracy, which is roughly equivalent to flipping a coin while drunk. Let that sink in. AI managers would approve proposals that introduce memory leaks, violate GDPR, and accidentally deploy staging environments to production. They're the Peter Principle incarnate, promoted to incompetence by virtue of their ability to concatenate strings. The paper helpfully includes an example where a $1,000 task ballooned to $8,000 after engineers rejected 5 half-baked proposals. One imagines the AI manager enthusiastically rubber-stamping the first submission, a jumble of spaghetti code that solves the problem by rebooting the server every 15 minutes. Meanwhile, human engineers face the ugly truth. Real software development is a negotiation between technical debt, business constraints, and the cold reality of physics. Machines don't grok trade-offs, they hallucinate them. The $1 million benchmark, a tombstone for hype. SWE-Lancer's most damning revelation isn't the model's incompetence. It's the economic lens through which we can now quantify that incompetence. Every failed task isn't just a red mark in a GitHub repo. It's a withdrawal from the venture capital bank account. When an AI botches a $32,000 feature implementation, that's real money vaporized. Money that could have paid a human engineer's rent, bought their coffee, or funded their therapy sessions after a sprint planning meeting. The authors, to their credit, don't sugarcoat this. They note that even cutting-edge models like GPT-4o and Claude 3.5 Sonnet remain unable to solve the majority of tasks. Translation: your job is safe, provided your job involves more than copying Python snippets from ChatGPT. The benchmark's very existence is a middle finger to the AI-first startup bros peddling vaporware. It says, here's your automation revolution. Now watch it trip over a missing semicolon. Conclusion: debugging the hype cycle. Let's not mistake this for Luddism. The paper makes clear that AI can handle certain tasks, particularly rote bug fixes and cookie-cutter feature work. But the notion that language models will soon displace engineers? That's pure fantasy, perpetuated by CEOs who'd rather fire their dev teams than admit their billion-dollar AI platform is held together by duct tape and wishful thinking. SWE-Lancer is a reality check written in Python and Playwright scripts. It reminds us that software engineering isn't just about writing code. It's about understanding systems, anticipating failures, and navigating the mess of human needs that code serves. Until models can do that, until they can sweat through a production outage or argue with a stakeholder about scope creep, they'll remain over-glorified autocomplete tools. So next time someone claims AI will replace developers, smile politely and send them a link to this benchmark. Then go fix that bug in the payment gateway. You've got job security for now.